Welcome to another episode of NVLB Podcast. In this episode, we would explore diversity and inclusion in the workplace. I'm your host, Isabella Angelo, and today we have a thought-provoking discussion lined up for you. We'll be talking about non-binary gender identity and sexual orientation in the working market. Joining me today are esteemed panelists, Valentina, a human resources consultant, Nicolas, an advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, and Laura, a non-binary individual who has personal experience navigating the challenges we'll be discussing. Welcome, everyone. Let's dive right in. Non-binary individuals and those with diverse sexual orientations often face unique challenges when seeking employment. Vale, as an HR consultant, what are some of these challenges?
Thank you, Isabella. Well, non-binary individuals and those with diverse sexual orientations may encounter prejudice, discrimination, and bias during the job application process. They may face challenges in finding an inclusive workplace that respect their identities and support their growth. There may be a lack of legal protections in some jurisdictions, leaving individuals vulnerable to discrimination.
That's certainly a concerning issue. So how can these challenges be addressed, Nicolas?
So, you can address them by education and awareness, and these play a crucial role in addressing these challenges. Employers need to provide diversity and inclusion training for employees to foster understanding and empathy. It's essential to create safe spaces for open dialogues on learning about non-binary gender identities and diverse sexual orientation.
I completely agree. Visibility matters too. Employers can provide exclusivity by showcasing diverse role models and celebrating the accomplishments of employees from the LGBTQ+ community. This helps create a welcoming environment where non-binary individuals and others are comfortable being their authentic selves.
Navigating issues like discrimination, bias, and harassment can be daunting. Laura, how do you handle such situations in the workplace?
Well, it's important to have supportive resources and systems in place. Employers should establish clear politics against discrimination and harassment, ensure that they explicitly include non-binary individuals and diverse sexual orientations. It's vital to have confident reporting mechanisms and follow a zero-tolerance approach to address my incidents properly.
I'd like to add that providing resources like employee assistance programs and mental health support can be crucial. It helps create a culture of care and show that the company values the well-being of its employees, regardless of their gender identity or sexual orientation.
Absolutely. Fostering a supportive environment is key to the workplace. Vale, what steps can Human Resources Department and recruiters take to ensure equal opportunities and fair treatment for non-binary individuals and those with diverse sexual orientation?
From the HR departments and recruiters should review their hiring processes to eliminate bias and ensure they are inclusive. This includes using gender-neutral language in job descriptions, removing unnecessary gender-related questions, and training recruiters to recognize and challenge their biases. Additionally, they should actively seek diverse candidates by expanding recruitment channels and partnership with LGBTQ+ organizations.
Great suggestions, Vale. Now let's discuss ways employers can promote inclusivity and create a safe and supportive environment. Nico, what are your thoughts on this?
So, employers can implement inclusive policies such as gender-neutral restrooms, dress codes that don't enforce gender stereotypes, and using gender-inclusive language in all company communications. Additionally, fostering employees, resource groups, and affinity networks for LGBTQ+ employees allows for peer support and helps create a sense of belonging.
Yes, and it's important for employees to regularly evaluate their progress. They can conduct climate surveys to gather feedback from employees, establish diversity and inclusion commitments, and engage with external LGBTQ+ community organizations to stay up to date on best practices.
These are fantastic insights. As we wrap up, or any recommendations from any of our panelists?
Well, I would like to encourage employees to Consider implementing diversity and inclusion training, especially tolerated to non-binary gender identities and diverse sexual orientations. This education should not only focus on raising awareness, but also emphasize the importance of allyship and creating an inclusive workplace culture for everyone.
Absolutely. Vale and I want to emphasize the significance of leadership support. When executives and managers actively champion diversity and inclusion, it sets a tone to the entire organization. Employees should ensure that leaderships receive training on the LGBTQ plus community.
Lastly, I want to remind employers that fostering an inclusive workplace benefits for everyone. When employees feel valued and accepted and enhance their productivity, engagement, and overall well-being by embracing non-binary gender identities and diverse sexual orientations, company can unlock the full potential of their workforce.
Thank you all for sharing your expertise and experiences. It has been an insightful conversation on non-binary gender identity and sexual orientation in the working market. Remember, promoting inclusivity and creating a safe space for everyone is a continuous journey. Let's work together to break down barriers and create a more equitable future. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye!